Welcome back, everyone, to Pribble Stadium on the campus of Bishop McGuinness High School as Energy FC gets set to take on the Sacramento Republic, who come into tonight's game fourth in USL League action with 6 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws on the season. Jack Dammer with Mo Borum back here in a sunny, warm, and windy, Mo, Oklahoma City. Very windy, although not as windy as the first home game, but the wind could be a factor coming out of the south to the north, which will play into the hands first of Oklahoma City, who will have the wind to their backs to start with.
Yeah, and if we get the wind, then we've got to take advantage of it and just start hitting shots from 20, 25 yards, because if we don't, they're going to in the second half. And mind you, as the evening goes on, normally the wind drops, doesn't it?
It does. It should. Although that first game, you remember, it picked up.
Picked up.
Yeah, it was a little bit different. Sacramento will have the kick to start with. And again, they will be moving from north to south or from our left to right as you look at it on the radio dial and on your TV screen on YouTube. And thanks for joining us from Sacramento on YouTube as these two teams, expansion franchises, going up against each other. The first of 2 in the next 2 weeks for these two clubs, as Sacramento will be back here in Oklahoma City in a couple weeks to take on the same Energy Club, and then we will be back in Sacramento toward the latter part of the season. And we are about set to go here on a warm night here in Oklahoma City. Glad to have you along on the radio and on YouTube. And there is the whistle by our referee, and we are underway as Sacramento will control the kick to start with, and we will begin here as Sacramento will start here on the near side along the touchline. And they will move the ball down to the near touchline. That is Max Alvarez, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Energy. And so the first throw-in will go for Sacramento, wearing the maroon uniforms with the cream socks, and Oklahoma City in their traditional home greens, the green shirts, white shorts, and the green socks. And here is the throw by Sacramento into the box along the goal line. Nice defense by the Energy. They make him bring it out. The ball comes out to Imre Clementa. Clementa down the touchline, gets it along the touchline, and it comes back to George Fochive. And finally, Sacramento will come and reset back, but nice defense that time by Michael Thomas, and Sacramento will control it. Mickey Daly will head it all the way back to his keeper, who is Dominique Jakubek. Jakubek, making his 9th appearance of the season, has done a superb job in net this year for Sacramento. And here the Energy have the ball as they get it up quickly to Christian Duke. Welcome back to Oklahoma City, Christian, as he was with Kansas City for the last couple of weeks. And the ball's knocked out of bounds by Sacramento, and it will be an Energy throw-in.
Yeah, and we started off fairly decent. They've tried to come at us, but we've controlled it now, and we've got the ball going in from the middle.
Will have it on the far touchline. They come back to the middle to Lopez. Lopez across midfield to the circle. Now a long pass down the field, knocked out of bounds by Peebo Due. Another nice play defensively as Peebo has really stepped it up, Mo, defensively for the Energy, playing back on that defensive line.
Yeah, he did very well. They sort of opened us up, and the fullback has got down the line. He's got down again.
And here's a cross into the box by Sacramento, and it's cleared out by the Energy. As Kyle Miller clears it out, it'll be another throw-in on the far side of the field near midfield for Republic.
I think they just got, both sides have got to settle down, and they're both trying to play at a million miles an hour at the moment.
Sacramento will take it in on the far side, and if the ball goes in off of the head of an Energy player, and finally Kyle Miller clears it, and it's up to midfield. Caringi cannot get a header on it, and Sacramento takes it away as Clementa sends it back to his keeper, Jakubek. And Jakubek will play it from his feet, who will play it out of the box on the far side of the field. Along the far touchline, and Sacramento playing really possession ball here, not quick to move it up, Mo, as now they'll slow it down a little bit as they come to the near side.
Yeah, they're just playing it across the park, and then they're in no rush. I mean, they just want to settle down and settle in first before they try doing anything silly.
Here's a long pass up by Clementa. It's headed out by Mark Howard, and the ball comes to the middle of the field. And a lot of touches by Sacramento, not very many to start with by the Energy, as possession early on, about 80% Sacramento. And here's a steal and a takeaway by Gareth Evans, and a slide tackle by Sacramento, and both players on the ground and finally come out of there. Sacramento does with the ball as we play in the 4th minute from Oklahoma City. No score and no team so far with a chance early on. Sacramento, short passes in the middle of the field. Lopez with it, and they will switch directions as Ivan Merkovich had it. Now he sends it to the far side. It comes back to the middle of the field in the offensive third. Max Alvarez with it, now to the far side, along the touchline. Kyle Miller playing defensively. Ball comes into the box. This is Justin Brong, the longtime major leaguer. And now Gareth Evans with it, trying to clear it. Finally gets it out, but it goes right to a Sacramento Republic player. Ball goes back far side and just a little bit too hard over the head. It goes over the head of Harrison Delbridge, and it'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, when we are winning it, we're a little bit hasty to try and get it played long, get it out of our last third of the park. And a couple of the balls have gone a bit wayward straight into the Sacramento defenders, and they're just picking it up and playing it around.
Throw-in comes in, won by the Energy. Here's Abraham Beyond. Nice pass to the near side. Can Peebo get to it? And no, he cannot. And the ball goes out of bounds on the near side. It'll be a throw-in for Sacramento, as finally this late arriving crowd makes their way into the stadium. It's another sellout crowd here in Oklahoma City. And you talk about two franchises, Mo, as we'll talk about that here in just a second. The throw-in comes in, and no foul is called by the referee, although Sacramento wanted to push in the back. And so we'll play on as the ball goes all the way back to Kempen. And Kempen will play out to the near side. And a dangerous play as Mark Howard is defended nicely, and he finally gets it out to Peebo, who has to clear it out. But you talk about two franchises, expansion franchises, who have sold out every home game they've had. Sacramento playing not where they're going to play by the end of the year by the time we're there, but 22,000 fans here compared here to a sellout crowd. Not bad for two expansion teams.
Yeah, I've heard Sacramento get 25,000.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's very
really.
impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. It should be good when we go there. The atmosphere should be brilliant.
Clementa will throw it in. It's headed out by Peebo. It comes in to Sacramento and finally played back to the near side. This is Clementa again. He's been very active, and a swing and a miss by Mikey Lopez, but he's able to get it back. Sacramento said the ball went out, but this is going to stay in. Braun has it, and Braun will send it back to Merkovich, and he will go far side to Vukovic.
Yeah, I think Mikey Lopez was a little bit fortunate there.
He was, wasn't he?
His foot was around by the left ear of the fullback. He got away with that.
Late arriving crowd probably to watch the England game, right? Your English didn't come out on the short end of the stick, right?
Jack, I'm not
Unfortunately. You don't want to talk about it.
No.
As the ball goes out of bounds.
Especially because I got my money on it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, I apologize. So a lot
absolutely.
of upsets early on, although that was probably not an upset. But again, a big upset earlier today in the World Cup as Uruguay got beat.
And
Costa Rica.
And Spain.
And Spain, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't mean England's defeat looks so bad.
Throw-in comes in. Sacramento has it. Playing in the middle of the field, just to the bottom of the circle in their defensive half. Merkovich has it. He will send it back to, I believe that's Daly, and Daly goes to the far side. Now a long pass down to the middle of the field. It bounces once and finally into the box, and Gareth will follow it as Kempen comes out all the way to the top of the 18 to haul it in.
Yeah, I'd be happier with John hitting the ball long for a little while, because a couple of the balls he's thrown out, it's put the fullbacks under a little bit of pressure. They certainly shut them down very quickly, these Sacramento lads.
There's a long boot out by Kempen, and Sacramento now has it after a couple of touches, and they send it back to their keeper, who will play it on his foot, and he will kick it out to the near side, and is kept in nicely by Clementa, and then kicked up by Sacramento's Fochive, and finally won by Kyle Miller. Miller will toss back to Mark Howard. Howard comes near side to the touchline in front of the bench to Peebo. His pass up to the line goes into the box, and coming out is Jakubek, and Jakubek will have it, and he'll throw it out quickly.
Yeah, I'd still like to see when our central defenders have got the ball, instead of playing it down the middle, is to play it down the line, or our fullbacks, and let the guys run across. Karinji can get across in front of them.
Sacramento has it. They bring it across midfield, and the Energy do a nice job at double teaming Delbridge, and now the Energy have it on the far side. Who did it go out off of? It went out off of Sacramento. It'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma City on the far side as we play in the 9th minute here from Pribble Stadium. Jack Damrell, Mo Borm, Jim Byers alongside. Here's a throw-in, comes into Otta. Otta can't control it. Sacramento clears it out. Ball hangs up in the wind. As you see the wind playing a factor right there. Peebo will head it down and along the line, and it goes out of bounds. Mercy can help you do more of what you love. Go to mercy.net/performance to learn how. Mercy, proud sponsor of Energy FC. Throw-in comes in. Mark Howard with it. And Howard's pass down the field is out of bounds. And so it'll be another throw-in for Sacramento. Early on here, Mo, it just seems like both teams trying to feel their way around the field and see what they can accomplish with the long ball.
Yeah, at the moment it's just a hopeful ball hit down, which surprised me because when I watched Sacramento last time, they got the ball down, they played it, they moved forward in purpose. Now they just seem to be hitting the ball long and against the wind. Every time they get it, they just seem to be hitting it long.
Throw in is cleared by Kyle Miller. Nice pass down to Pete Karinji, but his horses can't keep up with the ball as the wind carries it out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in for Sacramento in their defensive third. Imra Clemente will throw it in.
That is one of our problems is that when you are playing with the wind and you overhit it, and like just there, Nicky Lopez has come through and knocked it, and he hardly touched it, and it's gone flying past the touchline for a goal kick, and he's some 40-50 yards out.
Yeah. You hear the guys in the background yelling, and that is the Grid, who finally made it into the stadium and letting Jakubek, letting them know everything they have.
Well,
right?
it's funny because 2 minutes ago that stand was empty.
It was,
and now it's packed.
Michael
They
Thomas
must have been watching the England game.
Michael Thomas gets a header on the goal kick, finally won by Abraham, and Vion's pass is cleared by Sacramento off the foot of Otta, though. Otta with a nice play here down the right touchline, has it along his left foot, down deep into the corner. He will play it back to Kyle Miller. Miller brings it back to Mikey Lopez, into the box to Abraham. Abraham along the goal line will bring it back out to the touchline, looking for a pass. He has Otta along the touchline. Otta will play it all the way back to Gareth Evans. Evans one-touches it into Lopez. Lopez will send it to Karinji on a touch to Abraham Vion, and Vion is offsides in the box as he came back to play it. It'll be offsides, and Sacramento will have a free kick.
That's our best little patch there. We played about 6 or 7 balls, continuous, and good one-touch balls.
Yeah, it was a nice idea by Pete, but Abraham just kind of lazy getting back, did not get back in time. And the kick out by the keeper, Jakubek, goes way out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma City. You'll hear the clappers in the background, and they're handing out 4,000 clappers here, Mo. So not only do they have 4,000 people clapping, they'll have another 4,000 makeshift clappers, I guess. Here's a trip, and they're going to play on. The advantage is going to be played to Alvarez down the near touchline, guarded by Peebo. A touch almost out of bounds. It stays in, and then Peebo does touch it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in deep in the corner for Sacramento Republic. And the referee wants to have a few words with Sowen, or he's going to speak to Sowen, not sure. The referee tonight, Elvis Mamutovic. And so Sacramento will have a throw in deep down into the corner. And it looks like they're going to try to get it into Justin Braun at the edge of the box. No, they're going to go to the edge of the 6, and it's headed out of bounds by Howard. And so it'll be the first corner kick of the night given to Sacramento Republic.
Good throw, though. I mean, he's thrown that into the 6-yard box. Mark's marking the near post and knocked it out. He was only about 3 yards from the near post, so he threw it that far, which was very good. It's almost as good as a corner. Taking a left-footed corner and in-swinger.
Yeah, here it is, and it's driven in there and headed out by the Energy. Top of the box it comes, and finally cleared by Kyle Miller, who steps in there, and the ball goes across midfield. Sacramento has not lost in 5 straight games in USL Pro League action. They did lose Wednesday night to the San Jose Earthquakes in the 5th round, or what was that, 4th or 5th round of the US Open Cup?
Yeah.
4th round of the Open Cup. But they played well against the MLS squad. And here's a long pass down to the far touch line, and it goes out of bounds as the wind kind of played havoc with it, so it'll be another throw-in for Energy FC. They played Arizona United last weekend and took a 1-1 draw with them. Before that, they had won 4 previous matches. Here's the ball up into the air, headed up. Finally, Michael Thomas there trying to clear it. Otta now with the ball at his feet, and he'll play it back to Gareth Evans. And Evans will have a long pass down the field, and the wind will just carry that into the box.
And again, overhit by 15 yards. which is difficult because, you know, Gareth does hit some terrific long balls, but when the wind carries them as well, they're like space rockets.
14th minute here in Oklahoma City, no score, neither team with a shot on goal yet. Jakubek will play it at his feet, and the ball will hang up in the air at midfield. Christian Duke with a header down the line, and no one there as Vion just cannot catch up to it. Really saved his energy as the ball carries out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in, and we may set a record tonight for the number of throw-ins by both teams with this wind as strong as it is tonight.
Yeah, I think that, to be honest, neither side want to give anything away, and they're both playing very tentatively.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Here's a throw-in along the touch line and kicked out by Merkovich. So it'll be a throw-in for the Energy right at midfield. Peebo will take it. Throw-in comes in. Karinji with a header to the middle of the field. And finally cleared out with a header by Sacramento. Sacramento plays in the middle, bottom of the circle. They come across midfield. Here is Justin Braun. Braun looking to take it himself, and a nice tackle by Christian Duke.
That was superb.
Yes, it was. Braun wanted a foul, but he's not going to get that. That was a beautiful slide tackle by Christian Duke.
Yeah, well timed, and he got up and got it and played it on. Yeah.
And the ball carried out of bounds on the clear by Peebo, so it'll be a throw in Sacramento. It comes into Braun, and Braun is pushed and finally gets the foul as Lopez fouls Braun. Last year, 21 games for Toronto, a couple of goals, Toronto FC. In 2012, he played with Montreal and then traded to Salt Lake before being traded to Toronto. So in the last couple of years, Mo, Justin Braun has made his trips around MLS.
Yeah, I saw him playing for Chivas. That was
That's when he first came up, yeah.
Yeah, and that was some 7 or 8 years ago. And
2008
he was in and out. He was in and out of the side, you know. But he always looked promising, but he's never really. He's threatened to promise, but never really, you know, come to fruition, really, I think.
Sacramento has it. They continue with the possession just to the bottom of the circle in their offensive half. Now they'll play it to the left side. Here's a pass into the box to Imre Clementa. Now it's outside the box as he comes out and plays it. Clementa with it along the near touchline. Nice defense again by Peebo, making him get rid of it. Even Merkovich goes to the far touchline. And now it comes back to Lopez. Lopez with it. Here it comes to Focive. Focive looking for Braun, and the pass is stolen by the Energy. And here is a foul as Abraham Vion was grabbed from behind, or else he would have been off across midfield, had a lot of real estate in front of him, but it'll be a common foul. And so a free kick for the Energy just at the bottom of their circle in their defensive half here in the 17th minute. Eat, drink, and play at Kickapoo Casino here in Shawnee. 2 locations, just 30 minutes from Oklahoma City. Kickapoo Casino, get rewarded. And here is a play along the near touchline. It goes out. It'll be a throw-in for Sacramento in front of their bench. Their bench off to our left, just down to just right below us here at Pribble Stadium. Here's the pass stolen by Vion, and it's going to be out off of Sacramento. Nice call there by the assistant referee, and it will be Energy's ball at midfield.
That was good. That was good fighting there by Abraham. He'd lost the ball, and he got back into it and made it a throw-in for us, which was very good.
A throw-in comes in, and it's knocked out again by Clementa, who played in the indoor league last year and now was signed by Sacramento this year.
Too close.
Christian has it taken away. Slide tackle by Peebo, but the ball goes over to Braun, and now Braun gives it up to Lopez. Lopez will bring it across midfield in the center of midfield for Sacramento. They get it up to Bartolome. Bartolome trying to get it out on the wing, and the ball goes out of bounds off of a maroon jersey, so it'll be a throw-in for Energy FC here in the 18th minute.
Well, we certainly had as much of the game, if not a little bit more. I mean, it's been end to end, but without going into the goal mouths.
Exactly. Here's a long pass down.
There's the pass again.
Yeah, it goes out of bounds for a goal kick.
But I think we've got to keep on persisting on that, because eventually one of them will get hold of the end of it. But there's just been about 3 or 4 balls continuously running over the goal line.
Well, the wind speed before the game started was around 21, gusting to 25, 28 miles an hour. I'm not sure if it's increased. We'll have our weather girl check it. Here's the kick. It is in the air and headed down by Sacramento. Coming to the near side, Braun shoves off Peebo to get control of possession of the ball, and he dribbles it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Energy FC here on the near side. Energy will be back home next Sunday as they take on the Rochester Rhinos here at Purple Stadium. And then Sacramento comes back to town here in a couple weeks. Sacramento with possession now across midfield after the throw-in. Braun has it, and he'll play it all the way back. It goes back to Delbridge, who will go to the far side to Vukovic. Vukovic comes in the middle to Fochive. Fochive double-teamed and stolen and finally fouled. Christian Duke was. That was a dangerous-looking tackle by Fochive.
Yeah.
And Christian's still down on the turf.
Yeah, I thought that could have done with a talk in there because the ball had gone away. Christian had won it, and he was on his way, and the guy just hooked his foot around it.
Either hooked him or scissored him, it looked like. Yeah, I would agree with him on that one. Winds are gusting to 35 miles an hour, so they are increasing as the night goes along. And here's the free kick by Gareth. Long into the box, headed out by Sacramento, but right to Abraham. Vion gives it up to Duke. Duke tries to send it into Karinji at the edge of the box and knocked out by Sacramento to be another throw-in for Energy FC here on the near side to our left in their offensive third. And here comes Michael Thomas, making his 13th start, the only Energy player to start all 13 games and play in every single minute of all the games. And here's the Energy with a chance. Miller with a long shot from distance. Not a bad idea with the wind, although he didn't get really a good foot on it, but it was a good idea. Yeah,
he struck it on the side of his foot instead of striking it with his laces. But yeah, it certainly did travel, and it went whistling past the goal line, but it went on target.
What could you do with more energy, more strength, or more health? Mercy can help you do more of what you love. Go to mercy.net/performance to learn how. Mercy, proud sponsor of Energy FC. Jack Damrell, Mo Bourne from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Glad to have you along on KXY and on YouTube. Streaming live worldwide on YouTube, Mo.
Yep.
Your friends in England can see and hear you.
Yep, I'm becoming more famous than famous. I'm infamous.
That's a good one. I have to give it up to you on that one. Here is the pass. Karinji all by himself in front of the defender, and he can't control it at the top of the box, and Sacramento has it, and they will clear it out. But here comes a fight for the ball, finally won by Sacramento on the near side. They play it up to midfield, Justin Braun with it, and he sends it back to Clementa. Clementa to Fochive, up to Braun. Braun is double teamed, but he's able to get it to Clementa, and he one-touches it out of there, and it comes up to Bartolome. And he heads it back to Max Alvarez, to Braun, and in to Bartolome, and an offsides is going to be called. A little late on the assistant referee's part, but the Energy will take it as Bartolome was a step past Mark Howard, and the Energy can breathe a little bit easier there on the offsides call.
Yeah, I think, I've got to be honest, me and James Ritchie looked at these side a little while ago, and we thought the 23, he had a terrible game. And to be fair, he ain't done too much wrong this game.
Only 23 years old, 6'1", 180, Imre Clementa.
Yeah, he's done very well.
Montenegro.
Yeah.
Free kick, John Kempen will take the free kick, and his boot goes all the way into the box, and Christian Duke goes down.
Yeah, I thought that was a foul
said he
there.
was fouled.
Yeah.
He's not going to get the call on that. Maybe the ball, because it was not he had no chance at it. That's the only thing I can think of, and a foul is called on the far side touchline against the Energy, so it'll be a free kick for Sacramento.
I just think sometimes you question, players going into somebody and suddenly he goes sprawling on the floor.
Yeah.
He didn't do it on purpose. Something happened, and I think that too often they miss that because they're watching the ball.
Exactly. I would not disagree with you.
Yeah.
Sacramento puts the ball back into the play. Here's Fochive. Fochive comes to the near side to Clementa, and a handball by Peebo as he stuck his hand out as Clementa tried to one-touch it past him. And Clementa will quickly put it back into the play to Merkovic. Merkovic to Lopez. Here to the near side to Fochive. Now comes to the middle of the field, and another nice tackle by Michael Thomas. Abraham Beyond not able to fight off Fochive, and there's a mismatch right there as Fochive, although they list him 5'9", 172, I'm going to say he's a lot bigger than that. And Abraham, 5'5", 140, so there's about a 30 or 40 pound difference.
That looked like Jack and the Giant, didn't it? He was massive for fellow against Abe.
Ball was out of bounds. It went out of bounds. They say it went off of Sacramento, so the Energy will have a throw in here. Peebo will have it, and he throws it in over the head of Christian, but it's knocked out by Clemente again. Here's a quick throw in by Peebo to Michael Thomas. Thomas will send it back to Gareth Evans, and Evans will play the long ball up on the touchline, looking for Beyond just inside the box, and a flag, and they're going to say Abraham held the ball with his arm, and so it is going to go Sacramento's way, and the referee will talk to Abraham because showed a little unsporting behavior after that by striking the ball on the ground. But again, the assistant referee right there to make that call. Tough to see from where we are, Mo, but he was right there. We'll give him that, I guess.
Yeah, what I've got to say, though, is that I think, it was a little bit of petulance, and I think the referee handled it right. Usually you get a referee, they're a bit bullshit, and they go straight up, give him a yellow card.
Yeah, sure.
He just needs to go up and say, hey, listen, lad, don't do that.
Exactly.
And, and he's told him. And you can understand the frustration of a player when he thinks he hasn't been, done what they think he's done. So usually they have.
Michael Thomas with possession over to Peebo, and Peebo's pass knocked out by Alvarez. And so it'll be a throw in for the Energy in front of the Sacramento bench. Quickly, they get it into Mikey Lopez. And Lopez with a high pass across the field to Kyle, and the wind will take it out of bounds. Another throw in here in the 26th minute, no score. Still looking for the first shot of the game.
I think we can class Kyle's as a
shot. Okay, that's right. We'll give Kyle the shot from distance. Sacramento on the far touchline, plays it out of bounds, and here's a quick throw into Karinji. Karinji over to Otta. Dujeri's pass is cleared by Sacramento, and their clear out is out of bounds, and it'll be another throw in for the Energies. Kyle Miller. And here's the play, and now we got two players who hit heads, and they're going to play it out, and actually they're going to blow it dead here as Karinji hit heads with, trying to see who is that. Looks like it possibly was Harrison Delbridge or Mickey Daly, I'm not sure, but Karinji took the worst into that.
Obviously,
and that might be the second game in a row. Didn't that happen last weekend?
Yeah, it does, but I think that's the safest place to get him hit on the head.
In the back?
Yeah. It's, what is it they say, no sense, no feeling. Don't tell Pete I said that.
Here's the clear out by Sacramento, and a bad touch by Evans. Headed in by Sacramento again, and a double team against Braun. No foul called as another tackle. Braun with the ball at his feet, still no foul. Another push off, and finally a foul has been called as Christian Duke goes down, and finally the foul. Braun is going to get very frustrated because he feels like he's been fouled about 3 or 4 times.
I think
the referee
he was.
has not called it.
To be fair, I think he was kicked a couple of times, but then he kicked back, and then everyone was kicking everyone.
And then on the other hand, Christian Duke is now fouled for about the 3rd time, and here is a ball that is knocked out by Fochive. You could also say it's bordering on persistent against Christian Duke. Here is Sacramento with a chance. Merkovich over to Lopez. Lopez, edge of the box, gets it in and cleared by Gareth Evans. All the way to midfield. Delbridge with it, quickly back in. You saw something I didn't, Mo?
Yeah, I just thought Pete he took a second guess there and tried to make a run. That's a great ball, Peebo.
Energy steal it back, and the ball played on the near side by Sacramento now. They get it back. Ball comes near midfield, and Peebo does a nice job to step in front of Bartlome and knocks it out for a Sacramento throw in here in the 28th minute in Oklahoma City.
Very quick.
Clemente gets it in. Now he gets it back. Ball comes across midfield. Braun with it now, looking to go one-on-one against Gareth Evans, and a tackle against Braun on Evans, and a hard tackle at that. And that'll be a foul called against Gareth Evans, and as he walked away, he said, hey, I know your experience, but let's go, huh? And he knocked him to the ground. It'll be a free kick for Sacramento from about 25 yards out. Little gamesmanship going on between the two, or what, Mo? What's going on here?
It was on the touchline, and the guys moved it about 5 or 6 yards in, and they was telling him it weren't there. It was back on the line.
So now the referee will set the wall.
And now he's moving it forward.
Yeah.
That's what always does my brain in when the referee's allowed him to take it from where he's stolen about 6 yards, and he's gained another 2.
Here is the approach. It is in the air, bounces at the top of the 6, and finally, it is in the middle of the box. Finally, it is cleared by the goalie, and now we have a fight. At the top of the 6, everyone is going after each other. Not sure what's going on here. We have a lot of people wrapped up with each other. Michael Thomas wrapped up with someone, with Justin Braun. Pivo is on the ground. Mark Howard is on the ground. Actually, that is Mikey Lopez. So is Mark Howard. And this is going to be a mess to try to straighten out. I had no idea what happened in there.
Well, John Kempin went down for the ball, and I think he had it in his hands, and I think it was Braun. Just kept kicking at him, and then of course everyone, then it all went off.
This is going to be a mess for the referees to straighten out. This is a referee's worst nightmare, Mo. Trust me, from being there and having all that experience of having this happen to you.
Yeah.
It is your worst nightmare as a referee, because now you have to straighten it out.
Well, I don't
who knows?
Sorry, Jack. I don't think you can do anything there because everybody was kicking everybody.
Well, if you do, you're going to have to go 1 for 1. Whatever that color is.
It started off with Sacramento. I think when John was on the floor and he had hit the ball in his hands and he was kicking, and then I think we started kicking. So I think he's going to say, settle it down, son, and I don't think he'll book anybody. I can't see how he can.
Well, now the question is, were any punches thrown in the box during this melee? And that's probably what they're talking about. I see some cards coming out, Mo, but I'm not sure what color they're going to be. They're definitely talking about it, but boy, you had 22 guys. Well, not 22. You had about 21. The other goalkeeper stayed over, and Jokabek stayed over where he was. So now some cards are going to come out. Let's see what's going to happen.
He'll probably call 2 of them towards him. I bet he's got.
There's going to be a couple red cards coming.
It's a red.
Number 8,
going to give Braun a red.
Rodrigo Lopez. And there's 1 red card to number 18. That is going to be Ivan Murkovic is going to get a red card. Here in the 31st minute, Ivan Murkovic has been red carded.
I'll tell you what, a few others are going to get a card if I don't shut up. One of them's going actually.
Well, Murkovic is trying to appeal his situation, but it's not going to help. He's already been shown the red card. And so the Energy will have a half plus 15 minutes. And now they're going to send off someone else?
I don't know.
Nope.
Well, I thought he was talking to that. Both the assistant referees came over. Now he's gone over and was talking to the other assistant referee.
And you have both coaches at midfield with a 4th official. And now the referee went over to the assistant AR1 to talk to him here on the near side. But no other red card has come out of his pocket, so there's only going to be 1 red card, and it has to be for a punch that was thrown in there. That's the only thing I can think of.
I honestly don't think it was a punch, Jack. I think it was a kick.
A kick, okay.
I think the guy was down on the floor and he was kicking him.
Okay.
And that's why all the others went ape.
And so now the 4th official having to step in front of the coaches. And we have police down there and everything. Boy, this has turned ugly here in a second. Boy, this has turned ugly, Mo.
Yeah, it has indeed. Yeah, I mean,
so far we have not seen this all season long, at least in our games. We've seen some red cards, but we haven't seen anything this ugly all season. And this has turned ugly.
I can't see the guy that was sent off. I don't think he's left the field yet.
I'm not sure where he is. He's down here. Oh, he's already gone to the locker room?
He's gone, is he?
Yes. Oh. Possibly he's already gone.
But at the end of the day, it's no good having a debate on it. It's done. He's red carded.
Exactly.
He's asked both officials what they saw. They've both given their info, and he's sent off the guy. That's it. Done. done and dusted. No matter what you say now,
Yeah.
it's not going to change it. And I can understand the frustration from both sides, but it's done. You've got to get on with it.
So Ivan Merkovic, only one card to come out of that. It is a red card. It'll be a free kick for Energy when we begin here in the 34th minute. And now let's see whether calmer heads prevail after this melee. So here is Kempen's kick, and we are back in action here. And boy, if this is anything to come, don't forget these two teams play 3 more times, Mo, this season. It could be one heck of a series against these two teams.
Yeah, what I'm going to be concerned about is whether they want to try and start taking retribution, and then it gets.
You would
it
hope
gets
not
really
at this
ugly.
level.
You would think not, but I would think if the referee sent one guy off, he's going to send them off again.
Exactly.
And they're going to steam in. Sacramento are really, really peeved about the decision, not happy at all. So I can see it getting really.
Here's a pass into Otta. He shoots.
Oh, he had time
That
there.
happened quickly. Sorry, Mo. That happened quickly as Energy got it into the box. Otta was all by himself. Sacramento kind of stopped because they thought he was offsides.
Yeah.
And the first good shot of the game for Energy, and Otta kicked it right into Jakovic. And here is a foul on Energy as Clementa wants a card, but he's not going to get one.
Yeah, it was a great run by Addy, but I think he had a little bit more time than he thought he did. When he struck it first time, he had time to bring it down and run at the keeper, but didn't know that.
And the coaching staff really upset at the assistant referee here on the near side. And they are really having a few words. I'm not sure if it was the assistant referee who called for the red card. Maybe he was the only one who saw the kick. Here the Energy have it now. They come to the near side and actually
See, look, there was a foul there.
Yep, pass is
Off the
taken
ball.
away. Here's Christian Duke, he steals it. He has numbers in the box. Here's Otta at the top of the 6. He shoots.
Yes.
He scores!
Yes.
It is Otta's second goal this season, and the Energy now lead it after the red card 1-0 here in the 36th minute. So they come and they strike early after the red card, Mo.
Yep, it was a good goal though, very good goal.
So here's the restart for Sacramento. Rodrigo Lopez with it. He gets it to the midfield, stolen again by Abraham Beyond, and he is fouled, and another foul. Oh, no, I thought he blew the whistle.
So
He did
did I.
not. He stuck the whistle to his mouth. I thought he blew the whistle, but he didn't, and we're going to play on. And so the ball goes out. It'll be a throw-in, and boy, Sacramento really has to regroup.
Yeah, they've got to get their composure back. They've lost their heads completely. They're steaming in for tackles that are stupid.
Here's the pass up to Braun at midfield. He is double-teamed, and he gets it up to Lopez. Lopez to the nearest touchline, and the ball is picked up by
See
Peebo.
there, look. Oh, that was crazy as well.
And Peebo's pass goes out of bounds, but he thought he was fouled.
Oh, he was fouled. He went over the top on his ankle.
And no foul given, so we'll play on with a throw-in for Sacramento just in front of the Energy bench. 37th minute here in Oklahoma City, and a half that has turned ugly. Throw-in comes in to Bartlow, or actually take that. It went into, who is that, Alvarez, but cleared by the Energy, and Karinji can't get a header on it. Ball is up into the air, and Peebo does. Ball bounces near touchline, goes out of bounds in front of the Sacramento bench.
They just got to be a little bit careful, Sacramento, because they are steaming in from everywhere, and they're playing stuff off the ball. So if the referee's got to keep his eye on it, and he mustn't be dictated by the fact that he sent one off, he can't send two off. Because I think I can see another one getting sent off at the moment.
Yeah, if they're not careful.
Well, they've just lost it. They've lost their composure. They've lost their everything. You know, they're just looking around to kick everybody. It's crazy, and they're such a good side.
Yeah, Braun has the ball. Now he has it, gives it back to Delbridge. Delbridge on the far side touchline, and it goes off of the chest of a Sacramento Republic player out of bounds. So the Energy will have the throw-in up a man. 11 v 10 now. The Energy took advantage early, right after the red card, and scored. Otta Dujeri with his second goal of the year. And the Energy lead 1-0 here in the 39th minute. Kyle Miller along the far touchline, and too hard for Vion. And the ball goes into the box to the keeper, Jakubek. Jakubek tosses short. Now the clear out. The ball holds up into the wind. Bartolome cleared by Howard. And now to Lopez. Lopez looking for Vion. Michael Thomas now with it at midfield. Plays it back defensively, and Peebo will just clear it out as he was quickly, as Braun was quickly coming in on him.
Yeah, some of Michael Thomas's balls, they're very, very good. He sees stuff, I think, before players actually know what they're doing. His one-touch passes are superb.
Here is the clear out by the keeper, and a foul is called. Bartolome fouls Christian Duke, and that is the 4th time that Christian has been fouled this half. And again, shall I give you some referee etiquette? You can have persistent on one player, not just one player who commits all the fouls, Mo. So, but that's the 4th time. Here's a pass down to Otta again, and the wind carries it too much on the ground, and it goes across the goal line. It'll be a goal kick for Sacramento. First Fidelity Bank is proud to be an Oklahoma City Energy FC founding sponsor. First Fidelity Bank, we go where you go. Visit ffb.com. Jack Damrell, Mo Bourne from Tribble Stadium in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 1-0, the Energy with the lead here in the 40th minute. We're going to have several minutes of stoppage time, I would guess. Ball comes back to Kyle Miller. He'll play it back defensively to Gareth Evans. Evans over to Mark Howard now. And Howard will play it to the near touchline to Peebo. Now 10 yards shy of midfield. Here's a nice touch pass up to Vion. Over to Christian Duke, and now to Michael Thomas in the middle of the field. Thomas will touch it over to Lopez. Lopez with a one-touch pass over to Otta on the right side, though playing with his left foot, as he does always on that right side. Now he'll take a long shot from distance at the corner of the post. Not a bad idea by Otta.
That was a good strike.
Yeah, it was, and Jakubek right there on the corner to catch it as it came in.
Yeah, collected it very cleanly, but it was well struck and very hard.
Here is the clear out by the keeper, and Peebo with it. Up to Vion. Vion with a hard foul on the near touchline by George Pochive, and that's going to bring another yellow card out, or the first of the game. That was a hard tackle by George Pochive.
It's not so much a hard tackle, Jack. It was a bad tackle. I mean, he made no attempt to play the ball whatsoever. And this is what I was saying. Sacramento have lost their heads. And now they're congratulating him. I can't believe that. The fullback's congratulating the guy for kicking him. That's terrible.
And so the yellow card issued here in the 41st minute to George Pochive.
I think Abe could be hurt here because he certainly caught him. He's about 7'9" against Abe's 5'2".
Yeah, it was ugly. It was an ugly tackle.
It was a bad tackle. There was no attempt to play the ball. He just went straight through Abe's back.
Pochive on loan from the Portland Timbers out of Washington, D.C. And Abe's going to try to go. Looks like he's going to try to walk it off, Mo. So here's a free kick for the Energy. Michael Thomas will take it to the near touchline to Otta. Otta down the touchline looking for a cross, and he gets one and gets a corner kick out of it as it goes off the foot of a Republic player. And so the Energy will have their first corner kick of the night.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, though, with the Republic at the moment. You know, they've lost their heads, and it's silly. They're doing stuff off the ball that they shouldn't be doing.
Otta will take the corner kick. Here's his approach. Driven in. Everyone falls down. No foul. And it's cleared by Sacramento. I thought maybe, possibly, an Energy player was pushed in the back to the ground.
Yeah, I think there was
if not two of them.
Yeah, there was. I mean, two of the players at the back there were just going straight into the player, making no attempt for the ball.
I would almost agree with you, Mo. Here's Sacramento with possession. They bring it to the near side now. Daly with it, and he will play it over to Delbridge. Delbridge up to Pochive, now playing with a yellow card. He goes up to Lopez, bottom of the circle. He'll one-touch it back to Delbridge. Delbridge will clear it out across midfield. The ball floats in the air and brought down by Clementon and stolen nicely by Michael Thomas, who will clear it back to Kempen, and Kempen will one-touch it out of there. Up to Otta, and it goes over the head of Dugeri, out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in for Sacramento. 43rd minute from Oklahoma City. This half has seen a yellow, a red, and a goal.
I think, though, that there'll probably be about 4 minutes with all the hassle that went on with the fracas.
And poor Pete Karinji gets hit And again, that's the second time, and boy, you're going to need him, get him an ice pack, Richie, at halftime, okay? James Ritchie, the assistant coach for Energy up here in the booth, as he is always in the first half, as ball is being played at midfield, finally headed out by Michael Thomas. Ball still up in the air. Beyond trying to climb the back of Fochive, but good luck on that one. You're not going to win that battle, Abraham. Now here's Braun at midfield. Howard trying to get it away from him, finally does, and Braun finally let him go. He knew he had won the ball, possession, and nice job by Justin Braun to finally let Mark Howard go. And now the Energy have it possession on the far touchline. Kyle Miller plays it back to Lopez. Lopez playing more of a defensive half than an attacking half, and his pass up across midfield is headed out by Sacramento. And now Republic looking for the attack. Rodrigo Lopez with it, and he's frustrated. He didn't have anyone to pass to. Ball goes to the far side. And now it comes back to Lopez near the circle, comes into the circle to Fochive. Fochive looking for Bartolome. It comes to the near side to Clementa and down the touchline and knocked out off of Peebo Due. It'll be a throw in Sacramento here in the 45th minute. We'll see how much time is added here. Bartolome has it to Lopez. Lopez gets it into the top of the box, defended nicely by the Energy, and then Abraham Beyond comes and fouls Max Alvarez. Really no need to foul there, Mo, because he was heading toward the touchline.
Going away, yeah. But I think just his momentum just carried him into the back of him. It's silly, really. You don't need to do that. I mean, we don't want to be giving away free kicks, which might give us yellow cards. And
Abraham needs to be careful because he keeps pushing the ball back. And 2 minutes of stoppage time. That's it. Wow. Okay.
To be fair, though, look at the guy again. He's got.
He moved it up about a yard. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
And referees are taught never turn your back on the ball, Mo.
That's right, and he's turned his back a few times. That's a good ball in.
Here's the free kick by Sacramento, top of the 6. Finally played out to the edge of the box now. Triple teamed on the near side is Vukovic, and finally taken away by the Energy. Otto with a nice touch pass up to Christian Duke, but actually Alvarez
in
front of him, and now here's another whistle, or no whistle. No, we're going to play.
Oh, that's unreal.
As Abraham was knocked to the ground.
He swung his arm and hit him in the face.
Sacramento with it, Bartolome with it, top of the box. This has turned into a mess. Here's a shot, and it's wide right.
How did he miss that? I can't believe that, Jack, to be honest.
2 minutes are going to be added. We are in stoppage time. The referee going to have a couple words with Abraham, and not sure why.
I'll tell you what, that was like a forearm smash. I think they've got a wrestling match on here.
Boy. Jimmy arguing with James Crabb, the fourth official, but he's not going to win this argument either.
And I don't understand that because he's the nearest to him. He's a yard away from where it happened.
So here's a goal kick for the Energy. John Kempen has it up to Vion. Vion looking into the box, and it went off the heel of Christian Duke, or else he would have had a play on net. Sacramento now with the last second chance. Here is Alvarez with it across midfield. And they will slow it up a little bit. They get into Bartolome. Now along the touchline it goes. Looking for a cross, and there is Garrett to clear it out. But the ball stays in. One touch back in to Braun. Braun being guarded against Evans. Here's a cross in, knocked out nicely by Kyle Miller as we're in the final seconds of stoppage time here in the first half. 1-0, Energy with the lead over Sacramento in a very ugly first half. Ball being played on the far touchline by Sacramento. Double team, they finally get it away, and here comes the ball to the middle of the field. Finally played by Justin Braun, and he hits it off his chest, and Gareth Evans right there to take it over to Kyle Miller now. Energy really just need to clear it out, though.
Yeah, we're trying to play it a little bit too tight there. We've got to get it played long.
And there is the whistle to a very ugly first half of play here in Oklahoma City. A half that saw a red card, a yellow card, and everything in between. So we have completed 45 minutes here, Mo, and your thoughts quickly on the first half.
Well, I just look, you've got Chris Benlove now down there talking to the fourth official. Yeah, I think he's sort of saying to him, look, he was only 3 yards away from the incident, and you're justifying it. I can see him saying it. I can hear him saying it.
But again, for the Energy. After the red card, they strike quickly and get the goal by a great goal by Otto Jujiri.
Yeah, super goal. And as I said, I think Sacramento completely lost their heads, and everything is sort of okay to do, and they're gonna find themselves in deep trouble.
All right, we'll take a break. Come back with Jim Byers live from the Energy FC studios as the Energy lead it here at halftime by a score of 1-0. You're listening to Energy FC Soccer on 96.1 KXY.
Are you in the club? Get rewarded when you're at Club Kickapoo. It's your all-access pass to the best rewards in Oklahoma at Kickapoo Casino. Join right now and get a free $20 kickback with $5 in play. You'll earn entries every time you eat, drink, or play. Get discounts at the Red Fork Restaurant, drinks at the Eagle Rock Lounge, free play, huge giveaways, and straight-up cash. Kickapoo Casino, just 30 minutes east of downtown OKC and Hera at Highway 102 and 62. Kickapoo Casino. Play. Rewarded. 21 with valid photo ID.
P&K Equipment has never had a John Deere green tag quite like this. Our lots are packed full of savings. During the month of May, when you buy a 3E Series tractor, you'll get a $2,000 cash discount. From 32 to 38 horsepower with dozens of compatible implements to customize your productivity. The John Deere 3E tractor will easily power through your summer work. So hurry into
red card
P&K
was
or
valid.
go to PKEquipment.com.
It is right. It's been an ugly game.
I
think it's going to continue to be an ugly game. You've seen enough. With baseball,
Strength,
hockey,
power,
whatever it is, when it starts like this, it usually stays.
Performance under extreme
Jack,
pressure.
before you leave, can you give me a little bit more down there?
It's not just what makes you cheer for the Energy.
Put it at about
it's what
3
makes
o'clock.
Syntex centralizers the best in the oil and gas industry. They're made here and trusted everywhere because Oklahoma pride can take on any challenge, anytime. Learn more at syntechgroup.com.
Still not as hot as his, though.
Syntex centralizers, international symbol of quality, proud sponsors of your Oklahoma City Energy.
Talk about a piece of work. That guy is a piece of work.
Brooksy?
Oh, yeah.
Lead the team with an engineering
You can hear his
master's degree
headphones from the other room.
Choose your track. Management, mechanical.
It was,
or
but look where
electrical
Jack's
computer
headphone
engineering.
thing is.
Take one night class per week and finish in just 2 years. It's quick, accredited, and affordable for the lifestyle you want and you need. Find out more at oc.edu/lead-the-team. That's oc.edu/lead-the-team. Graduate engineering at Oklahoma Christian University. Lead the team.
The oil change.
Is this the first youth game we've done?
A small job, but one you take pride in doing yourself. So when you do, go to Advance Auto Parts. This month, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil conventional motor oil and a Purelator classic oil filter for only $22.99. Plus, enter to win free gas for a year. One winner daily. Advance Auto Parts. Let's get you back to the garage.
No purchase necessary for sweepstakes. See store for details.
Tell me, what do you like best about Swadley?
Turkey sandwich, final spot here. Barbecue brisket.
A sliced beef, pulled pork sandwich. Meat, 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 meat.
You have the best salad bar anywhere.
Chicken, the turkey on the salad bar is as good as you'll find.
I usually get mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, top brisket sandwich.
Yeah, great food.
The best barbecue I've ever had, too.
Real barbecue is back.
Back live here at the Kickapoo Casino halftime show from Pribble Stadium on the campus of Bishop McGinnis Catholic High School. The Energy lead Sacramento Republic by a 1-0 score in a very interesting first half of play. And we're joined now by Bob Fung Jr., owner of Prodigal and therefore co-owner of Energy FC. And Bob, thanks a lot for joining us up here live. You haven't had any problem filling this facility up, but this first half gave your fans a lot to look for, and they've had a lot to cheer about at times this year, and a lot to look at with this new product here. But that first half was pretty wild and woolly.
No, it was ugly. The commentator, I think, used the exact term. It was just an ugly first half, pretty rough. I think it's going to continue on that way. But it's going to be exciting for the fans. I think it's going to be great entertainment. Guys need to get a couple more goals on the board, but I think it's going to be a fast. I hope everyone seems to be entertained. I hope they enjoy even more of it.
It was certainly an action-packed first half. Otto Jujiri in the 36th minute scoring the lone goal of the half. Now, right now, soccer talk is everywhere. It's on conventional sports talk. It's all over the place with the World Cup just getting underway, and it's a good time of the year for that because the NHL just wrapped up. The NBA is about to. Of course, it's a while before college and pro football kick off again. So does that interact with what you're doing, selling USL Pro in this market, having so much attention on soccer right now?
Yeah, completely. We knew this year would be a good year for that because we'd have all this excitement around World Cup here, globally and locally. I think everyone underestimates the power that soccer has here in the Oklahoma City market and the people that follow it, and the fervor that they have for the game and how much they follow it. So we knew that was going to be a good aspect of starting this year. We look forward to that. It's been great to be able to key into that with through some of the watch parties and the other things that we've been doing, and just kind of further augment the game, and then take that into showing the product here in Oklahoma City. So it's not just people watching World Cup on to come experience a product, a very competitive product out here in their local market.
Bob Funk Jr. with us, co-owner of Energy FC, owner, of course, of Prodigal, which operates the Oklahoma City Barons as well. 1-0 to score. Energy FC leads this at halftime. Next year, you'll have a close partner in Tulsa. They'll be playing at the new One Oak Field downtown there where the AA baseball team plays, and I imagine you're excited not just to have Tulsa in town, but also there's going to be a team in Austin and some other clubs in this general region coming in as expansion teams.
Yeah, absolutely. They expanded into St. Louis and then into Austin. We announced Tulsa months ago, and so just having those 4 teams in the region, and I think there are a few more in the central region along the way here, hopefully, and then Colorado as well.
Yeah.
That's going to be starting up, Colorado Springs. We're tremendously excited. The league is expanding exponentially. People are really bought into the product. Sacramento, these guys, the ownership group here, they used to be in the PCL. They used to own part of the PCL team there in Sacramento. So when we owned the baseball team, we'd gotten to know them, knew they were good operators. They're bought into the league and have really further augmented it from a professional standpoint. So just great to see all these ownership groups come on board. They see the potential of USL Pro, what they're doing with MLS, and that doorway that can provide for the future. Just really, really exciting.
And Sacramento's been filling up their temporary stadium at Sacramento City College, more than 20,000 fans. Now they're about to move into their current or their new stadium, Bonnie Field. One more thought for you, Bob Funk Jr. joining us. You'll be moving into a new facility next year, and it'll be exciting to go down to 27th and May and look at the new Taft Stadium once it gets going.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim, my partner Tim McLaughlin on the Energy, brought that to the table, and it has been as we started, having some conversations about partnering, and the school board was so positive about us placing the team there. We were already at capacity here. Knew we were going to have to grow into a different space. There's going to be so many nice amenities in that field, and we'll be probably making some announcements here in the next few weeks on those matters. But really excited about all the new amenities, the added capacity, the ability to do some added things on the entertainment promotion side, as well as just the overall feel that it's going to create, having 7,000 people in that facility watching and supporting the Energy.
It's going to be exciting, as is the bulk of this season and the 6-game homestand coming up. Thanks so much for the visit.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Jim.
Bob Funk Jr. joining us, owner of Prodigal. Right here at halftime, Energy FC leads Sacramento Republic by a 1-0 score. Back with more on the Kickapoo Casino halftime show after this on 96.1 KXY. Jim Byers back live here at Pribble Stadium. Kickapoo Casino halftime show. Energy FC leads Sacramento Republic FC by a 1-0 score, or 1-0. Final score at Harrisburg, it was a 0-0 game. Pittsburgh at the Harrisburg City Islanders. Another draw tonight was in Richmond. The Wilmington club drew with the Richmond by a 2-2 final. Matt Delicott with both goals in that game for Richmond, as the Kickers have a 2-2 draw with Wilmington in Richmond tonight. And with about 60 minutes gone by in Charleston, Charleston leads LA Galaxy 2 at latest report by a 2-0 score. Out of Jazeri with the lone goal in this contest, and it came in the 36th minute for Energy FC.
Saw the kick here. The Energy have it now. They come to the near side, and actually
there was a foul there.
Yep, pass is taken away. Here's Christian Duke. He steals it. He has numbers in the box. Here's Otta at the top of the six. He shoots.
Yes.
He scores!
Yes.
And that made it a 1-0 score out of Jazeri with the assist to Christian Duke. In that one, Ivan Mirkovic was ejected on the red card after the brawl, you might say, in the box manned by John Kempen back in that first half. There was also a yellow card issued in the first half to George Fochive as well for Sacramento. 4 fouls aside, Sacramento Republic made a couple of saves in goal. Energy FC had 4 shots total, and Sacramento had 2. So it's 1-0, Energy FC in front at the half. When we come back, we'll be getting set for the second half kickoff here at Bishop McGuinness. We'll send it back to Jack Damrell and Mo Borum on the other side of this break here on 96.1 KXY.
What could you do?
To Pribble Stadium on the campus of Bishop McGuinness High School here in Oklahoma City. Jack Damrell with Mo Borum as we begin the second half of play here, and it will be a substitution for the Energy right off the bat. Paul Wyatt will come in for Christian Duke. Again, Christian really banged up in that first half and come off with looks like a bum ankle, and he cannot continue, so Paul Wyatt will come in. So we begin a second half of play here. The Energy will start with the kickoff as they move now from north to south going into the wind. Again, the Energy playing a man up, 11 v 10, as a red card was issued in the first half by the referee. Ivan Murkovic for Sacramento was red carded in an ugly melee that took place in about the 31st minute. And so here we go with the second half. Let's hope it's much nicer than the first half, and the ball comes into the Energy, and Kyle Miller can't control it as Sacramento's Rodrigo Lopez does, and it goes to the middle of the field for Sacramento. They will drive to the far touchline, and a foul is going to be called as Alvarez is tripped up by Oklahoma City. Looks like Mikey Lopez tripped him up, and so it'll be a free kick for Sacramento to start the second half. Again, very strong wind out of the south will be to the backs of Sacramento if you're watching on YouTube, and glad to have you along on 96.1 KXY and on our YouTube broadcast. Thanks for those watching in Sacramento, and here is the free kick, and a hard shot taken right at John Kempen. A nice shot by Alvarez, but Kempen right there as the ball was played on net, but Kempen able to haul it in, and now he'll play it out.
Yeah, very good strike that, and John got right in line with the ball and took it in his chest, took it well.
Line drive by Kempen, and Michael Thomas upset at himself on a bad pass, stolen by Sacramento. And they're looking for Justin Braun as the ball carries off of the goal line, and so there'll be a goal kick for the Energy.
Yeah, this is where we've got to just be a bit careful, because they're going to, now they've only got 10 men, they're going to hit balls into the corners and hopefully run onto them. So we just got to let them run and kill a bit of time.
First Fidelity Bank is excited to help kick off a great inaugural season here in Oklahoma City with the Oklahoma City Energy FC. First Fidelity Bank, we go where you go, ffb.com. Here's Kempen's goal kick. Taken at midfield, Abraham Vion with it now, looking to drive, and it goes off of his foot out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Sacramento. Nice idea by Abraham, trying to work 1-on-2. And here's a throw-in for Sacramento. Bartolome up to Braun, and Braun's header is won back by Mikey Lopez, and a foul is called at midfield, and a quick whistle as the referee wants to talk to Lopez. And now a whistle, and now a yellow card is going to be issued against Mikey. And I would think, Mo, you might see some quick yellow cards here to try to get the game back under control. And again, I don't like to comment about officials because I am one, but it was not a good half by our official in the first half.
He's got to try and justify. Sorry, Jack. I just think that he's got to try and justify himself now for and get the game under control, like you said. And I think the only way he seems to do that is he's not going to let anything go.
Yeah, and you want a clean game by both clubs. Sacramento wants one, the Energy want one.
Yeah.
I mean, these two teams are too good to have what happened in the first half happen in the second. So hopefully we won't see that. So here is the throw-in, and Kempen will play it out. And this is an ugly ball as it holds up in the air, and Garrett does a nice job just to clear it away from the goal area. And Abraham has it up back to Lopez, now far side to Peebo. Peebo will one-touch it up across midfield, and he tries to find Paul Wyatt, but it's off his foot out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in Sacramento. Just started the second half. We're about 4 minutes in. Actually, they say that went off Sacramento, so the Energy had the throw-in, and it comes back to Mark Howard. Across midfield, headed out by Sacramento, and now the flag is up on the near side, and it's going to be offsides against the Energy, as I'm not sure who that was. Maybe Paul Wyatt came back to play it from an offsides position. It'll be a free kick, Sacramento. And now another whistle, and they're going to restart. They're going to move them back to about 10 yards. Energy will be back at home next Sunday against Rochester. 7 o'clock game time next Sunday night here at Purple Stadium. And then Sacramento will be back here in a couple of weeks for another 7 o'clock start. Here's a pass across midfield, and Sacramento touches it out of bounds as Vukovic couldn't take it off his foot, and so the Energy have a throw-in. Here's Michael Thomas, and Thomas will switch directions, come back to Kyle Miller. Miller looking down the line to Otta, and Otta's going to be offsides right in front of the assistant referee. So it'll be another free kick for Sacramento.
But if we still keep playing those balls down the line, the wind's now going to hold it up, so it should be to our advantage.
So Sacramento will restart. third offsides of the game against the Energy. And here is a nice pass through the middle to Paul Wyatt, but Wyatt cannot catch up to it as right there defensively, Mickey Daly, and he allowed his keeper to come out and get it. Sacramento quickly on the attack. Here's Rodrigo Lopez across midfield, looking for Bartolome, but gets it to another player. Here we come driving down the left side for Sacramento. Just outside the box is Alvarez, being defended by Kyle Miller, and Miller gets it up, but Otta tries to clear it, and he says he's fouled, but Sacramento has it right back. Here it comes over to Vukovic. Vukovic plays it off his left foot, and he goes back now as they play back near midfield. Karinji comes sliding in across Del Bridge. Del Bridge looking into the middle, and it's stolen back by the Energy. Here come Paul Wyatt. Wyatt across midfield to Abraham Beyond, bottom of the circle. He's looking for Pete Karinji near side. The wind holds it up just in time at the edge of the box. Karinji now will slow it down. Back to Otta. Otta looking for someone to pass to. Finally gets it to Kyle Miller along the touchline. Into Vion just outside the box. Now down to the edge of the box, and Miller's pass in is cleared by Sacramento. Here is Justin Braun with it now. Back to Lopez, and cleared out by Sacramento to midfield to Bartolome, but he can't get a foot on it, and it bounces back to Mark Howard, who will quickly get it over to the far touchline to Peebo.
Yeah, very fortunate there. Gary went in to get a ball and completely missed it, but Mark come across and covered him.
And here is another head try by Karinji, and he's holding his head again. He was hit. That's the third time Pete's been hit in the head, and he gets up and tries to shake it off. So Sacramento now with possession, playing a man down after the red card in the 31st minute of the first half. Lopez with it in the circle, brings it across, and his pass is past Alvarez, and it goes all the way out of bounds on the far side. It'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma City. Peebo will take his time. I'm sure the Energy now, Mo, in no hurry to put the ball back into play.
No, and for the first 6 minutes, Sacramento have had more of the ball than we have, which is surprising considering they've got 10 men. We've got to get it and make them run. We've got to pass it into feet and just make them work twice as hard and make them twice as tired.
Here's a try into Braun, and now it's back out on the wing to Bartolome. He looks to the middle of the field, and now here's Lopez, turns on it at the top of the arc, and now a shot taken and ricocheted dangerously off of they're going to say a Sacramento Republic player toward net, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Energy. Bob Bartley Electric is a proud partner of Energy FC. Visit us at www.bartleyelectricinc.com for more information. 53rd minute from Oklahoma City. Energy with a 1-0 lead and possession here on the goal kick. Kempen's goal kick is held up into the wind and headed up by Paul Wyatt. Now to the far side wing to Vion. Vion over to Karinji and stolen by Sacramento, and here they come across midfield looking for the attack. And here in the middle of the field to Braun, and a flag goes up as Braun was offsides.
That really slowed us down there because we had the advantage. John had come out and got the ball, threw it out to Kyle, and now we've got to come all the way back to the offside, which is up where Gareth is, about 10 yards outside the box.
So the Energy will put it back into the play. Second offsides of the game for Sacramento. Here is the free kick, headed up by Pete, over to Otta. Otta has it along his left foot, sends it back to Kyle Miller now along the near touch line. Up to Pete, and Karinji can't handle it, and it's cleared by Sacramento, but one right back by Lopez, and he touches it in, and Sacramento able to gain possession as they play a little 1-2 pass here and trying to get it out defensively, and they do. Nice play by Rodrigo Lopez now as he comes to Alvarez. Alvarez to the near side and nowhere near the ball, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma City.
You know, you're right, Jack. I think the wind's picked up a bit.
Well, it was gusting to 35, and here's a bad pass by Gareth Evans. Here's a one-on-one with the keeper, and Bartolome shot just wide right of the post, and Gareth almost gave the equalizer away on that one. But Bartolome did not get a good touch on it, although that might have been because Mark Howard came sliding in, and so the Energy get a break right there and get a goal kick out of it.
We've come out of jail there. that should have been a goal. We can't make mistakes like that, and that's that individual mistake again. One mistake and you bump. But Mark did very well coming across. Gareth, I think, was saying to him, thank you very much.
Yeah, he owes him dinner, doesn't
Big
he?
time, yeah.
Yep. Here's the goal kick. Ball is being knocked around in the middle of the field. Finally comes out of there. Lopez with it for the Energy. Over to Kyle Miller. Kyle Miller with speed, and he is going to be fouled from behind. And a yellow card is going to be issued against Rodrigo Lopez of Sacramento. That'll be the second yellow issued against Sacramento, and it comes in the 56th minute. So Lopez and Alfochive playing with yellows. And so it'll be a free kick for the Energy just past midfield on our near side of the field, right in front of us to our right. Gareth will take the free kick. He drives it into the top of the box. Karinji with a header on it and cleared by Sacramento. Driven back in off of the header by Lopez over to Pio. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Gets around one defender. Now goes down the left touch line, and the ball is too hard, and it's going to go out of bounds. There's no foul going to be called on that one, as it was nice defense by Sacramento to be a goal kick for Republic as they look to make a sub here in the next couple minutes. Here is a long goal kick and headed up by Mark Howard. And Howard, I'm not sure, is he banged up? Looks like he's struggling a little
he's
bit.
had a dodgy ankle, so, he's, I think he'll play on, though. He's a battle of this lad.
Ball goes back to Kempen, who will then pick it up and throw it out to Howard, into Peebo, over to Mikey Lopez, and Lopez with a long pass to the near side to Kyle Miller as Adam John gets ready to check in for Sacramento. Comes across midfield to Otta. One touches it back to Kyle Miller. Miller looking to Michael Thomas in the middle field, makes a nice move to the right, comes down the touchline to Karinji, or make that Paul Wyatt. Paul Wyatt's cross to the top of the six is cleared by Sacramento with a header, but one right back by the Energy to the edge of the box. Otta with it to Kyle Miller along the edge of the box, and Miller is shoved off the ball by George Fochive, and that's a good shoulder-to-shoulder charge by Fochive, and Kyle's not going to get that call. It'll be a goal kick, goes off the touchline or goal line, and so it'll be a goal kick as here comes the sub as Adam John comes into the game, as now looks like they're going to replace Chad Bartlome. OKC Energy fans, head to Buffalo Wild Wings, located on Northwest Expressway after the game to satisfy your hunger. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. Buffalo Wild Wings on Northwest Expressway is a proud partner of OKC Energy FC. Energy with possession now after the goal kick. Michael Thomas with possession of it, and his pass is taken away by Vukovic, and the Energy steal it right back on a nice defensive play. Here is Lopez looking for Otta. That's a little bit too hard. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Sacramento as Harrison Delbridge comes in, and now he'll let someone else take it.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there. He missed here. He was trying to sort of go over the back of the defender.
Delbridge, or make that Vukovic, moves up a little bit too far, so the referee moves him back by about 10 yards. So here we go again here in the 59th minute. 1-0, the Energy with the lead. Headed up by Kyle Miller. Cleared out by Lopez. Karinji with a header on it to Wyatt, and he runs past it and is taken by Sacramento. Justin Braun now with possession, and he will start over as he sends it back to his defensive line to Daly, and Daly changes directions and comes back to the near side, and Delbridge can't catch up to it. It's out of bounds for another Energy throw-in.
We don't want to go too silly. We just want to be patient and keep playing the balls into feet, make them work hard, make them run.
Throw-in comes in. Here is Otta, just outside the box, plays it on his left foot, looking for a cross, tries to switch directions. Kyle Miller now with possession for the Energy, and he'll play it back to Evans. Can he get it before it goes out? Yes, he does, and he sends it up into the air. Michael Thomas with a header on it, and it's taken off the chest of a Sacramento player, and here they come with the attack at midfield, working about 2-on-3, and Justin Braun gets it taken away, but Sacramento with the steal, and they have it right back. Lopez comes out of that pile with it for Sacramento. Comes over to Fochive to Lopez, and now they go change directions down the right wing. It comes to the middle of the field. and a handball is going to be called on Michael Thomas. And so it'll be a free kick for Sacramento in the middle of the field from about 30, 35 yards out. We play here in the 61st minute. Sacramento will put 3 at the ball. The Energy will put 6 in the wall. And the wall lined up at the top of the 18. Or about a step in front of it. Here's a good opportunity for Sacramento. Energy players moved up a little bit. The referee wants to move them back.
Yeah, but they've moved the ball forward as well. I bet if he marked it out now, it'd be 7 yards.
Here's a shot, and it's off the head of an Energy player. It'll be a corner kick for Sacramento.
That's why I think, Jack, if you're looking in the World Cup, the little canister, he makes a little mark where the ball should be and a little mark where the wall should be, and they can't move. And that was a perfect example. The wall was moving up. He's got it outside of the thing. Look.
Yes. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay. Another substitution for Sacramento, and Octavio Guzman will come into the game, and he will replace Max Alvarez. Guzman out of Bay Point, California, comes in. Their second sub. And so here's the corner. And yeah, you're right, Mo. The ball is not even on the corner arc.
No, if I can see that from here, Jack, surely you can see it from there.
And
the linesman here.
Yeah, the assistant referees. Yes.
He's standing there picking his nose.
And not sure. I believe Mark Howard may have some blood on him, and so they will send a trainer down. And here's the restart, and it's driven in there. The ball is up in the air, and it is out of bounds, and it went off of a Sacramento head. It'll be a goal kick for Oklahoma City here in the 62nd minute. Speakeasy is proud to be a pregame pub partner of Oklahoma City Energy FC. Speakeasy is the perfect spot for a night out with friends or any private event or occasion. Come join us on Northwest 51st Street in between Classen and Western for a pre- or post-game eats and drinks.
What's he being so busy about now?
Mark Howard has blood, and so he has to get new shorts on. He'll change in front of everyone. How about that, huh?
Good for him.
All right, there we go. Just don't look, huh? Boys and girls?
He's all right.
He had blood on the shorts, so he had to get some new shorts, and now he's allowed back in the game, and that's what the crowd is responding to. All right, I think we've seen everything tonight. Here's Justin Braun with the ball, and he keeps it in bounds on a nice play by Braun and a nice tackle by Mark Howard. Or make that Paul Wyatt. Paul Wyatt looking for Pete Caringi. Long pass down, giving chase Delbridge. Caringi takes it away, goes across the goal line, and Caringi was able to get a corner kick out of it as it went off the foot of Harrison Delbridge. And so the Energy have another corner kick. Looks like Justin Braun came out of that skinned up a little bit with some blood on his nose.
I think he bent his thumb back. He was talking about taping it.
Oh, okay.
He's running back because they've got a corner. So suddenly he was miraculously recovered.
64th minute. Here's the corner. Energy with a 1-0 lead. It'll be Ada Dujeri to take the corner. Ball is in the air, driven, top of the 6, and Braun heads it out.
Lucky he came back.
It'll be a throw in Energy. They quickly get it in. Ada along the touchline. Changes directions. Looking, has Kyle Miller and Vion, and he will cross it with a long pass into the box, and the keeper right there. The wind kind of held that up. And
yeah, it did, and he weren't going to miss that, was he? He's about 6'4", isn't he? 6'2", 6'3". So anyone going in, he's got his arms up. He's 7 foot up in the air, so snatched it well.
And his punt out is won by the Energy. Howard comes over to Evans. Evans up to Lopez.
That's not a good ball, Gary.
Nope, and he has it taken away, but a foul is called as Lopez was grabbed from behind, and so the Energy will have a free kick coming out defensively.
Yeah, they've calmed down a little bit now, Sacramento, but they're still coming in a little bit robust at the back.
We're going to have another substitution for Sacramento here in just a bit. Stephen Evans up. Here is the header by Caringi, and Caringi wanted Ada, but Ada out of position, and Caringi upset at himself. Here is the nice pass up off the chest, but driven out of bounds off the chest of Adam John, and so it'll be a throw in Oklahoma City here in the 65th minute. 1-0 Energy. Sorry, Mo.
Yeah, sorry. Pete Coringi, he's won a heck of a lot. Now, that was handball there. Pete handballed that. But he's won a lot in the air. Done very well.
Otto with it along the near touch line, and he has it knocked out off of the foot of George Fochive. And so it'll be another Energy throw-in. Otto coming up, hobbling a little bit. And looks like the Energy will make a substitution with Stephen Perry getting ready to check into the game for their second substitution of the night. And a whistle, and now we're going to have both subs come into the game as Perry will replace, let's see, he'll replace Pete Coringi. Pete's had a good night.
Yeah, he has. He's done well. He's done
knocked
well.
in the head a couple times, four times actually. And coming out of the game for Sacramento, looks like George Fochive.
I'm surprised they took him out because he's the one guy that's been winning all the tackles in the middle of the park. They've been a bit robust. At least he's very physical, and they've had to keep away from him. So I'm pleased they pulled him off.
Stephen Evans.
And he was on a yellow card.
Yeah, he was on a yellow. Stephen Evans comes in for Sacramento, and here's the throw-in. Comes to the edge of the box, and Sacramento does a good job at clearing it out. Guzman cleared it. It came to Braun for a moment, and then it went to Adam John here at midfield, and he has a whistle and a foul called. And so Sacramento will have a free kick. More fouls here in the second half than we saw in the first, as referee trying to get control of this one after an ugly first half. So here's the restart for Sacramento as they play in the middle of the field as they bring it across the stripe. Lopez with it over to Guzman. Guzman with it down the right touch just outside the box. Sacramento with an opportunity here, and a cross is knocked away by Lopez of the Energy and goes back to Sacramento to the edge. It goes to John. John playing with it, does a 360 and comes back to Guzman, to Lopez. Lopez with possession. He will give it up to John. Now to the edge of the box on the right side, and here's a cross in and headed out by Evans, and it goes right to a Sacramento player, and a hard shot from distance actually ricocheted off an Energy player as Evans took the long shot, and it'll be a corner kick for Sacramento.
Yeah, good shot. I didn't see it ricocheted off though, but obviously it did because he's given a corner. He still ain't put it in the square.
No.
Is there any chance he's going to put it in one of those games?
Here is the corner and headed up and over the crossbar. It'll be a goal kick for the Energy. For lunch or dinner, the best eats and drinks in town can only be found at one place, Medio Tiempo Sports Cantina and Grill. Stop in for $1.99 street tacos every day, authentic Mexican dishes, gourmet burgers, and more. Watch all of the games on their 20 flat-screen TVs and enjoy friendly, fast service and the coldest drinks in the metro at Medio Tiempo in Oklahoma City, 2035 South Meridian, as David Lichty comes into the game, and he will replace Otto Dugeri, who gets a nice round of applause, and he should, because he has the goal tonight, his second goal of the season, and played one heck of a half, plus a little bit more.
And I think he just wants now fresh legs the last, 20 minutes.
So David Lichty comes in. Goal kick up and knocked out off of the Sacramento player, and so it'll be a throw in Energy on the far side of the field here as we play in the 69th minute. 1-0 Oklahoma City with the lead over Sacramento. Sacramento came in fourth in the league, 6 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws. Had not lost in 5 straight matches. Here's the touch down the touchline. And Vion has it touched out of bounds. It'll be a throw in Oklahoma City as they take their time to get it in, and Peebo will come up and take it for the Energy.
Yeah, Sacramento have done very well this half. I mean, they've had 20 minutes and they haven't looked like they were a player down. So, we've got to just really keep them working hard until they start to tire.
Energy with a bad possession there. It goes out for a throw-in. Sacramento deep in their area. Gets it up along the touch line, and the ball is out. And it's off of Maroon, so it'll be a throw-in Energy. Michael Thomas with a long pass to the near side to Kyle Miller. Miller with it into the circle to Lopez. Lopez back to Evans, and Evans will just clear it back to Lopez. Dangerous possession here, Mo.
Yeah, I don't like them when they mess around like this. That's a good ball almost.
Here's a long pass up, headed out by Sacramento. Michael Thomas can't control it. And Sacramento back on the attack across midfield. Here is Justin Braun with a nice pass to the near side. It comes. Sacramento playing near touchline to Vukovic. And Vukovic's pass to Lopez is knocked out by the Energy. It'll be a throw-in.
Paul White done well there. Got back behind the ball.
Long throw in down the touchline, and Gareth will give chase, watches it go across the goal line, and so it will be an Energy FC goal kick here in the 71st minute. McNelly's is a proud partner of Energy FC. Come check us out at 1100 Classen Drive in Midtown in Oklahoma City. Jack Damrell, Mo Bourne from Pribble Stadium in Oklahoma City. We'll be back here next Sunday night, 7 o'clock with the kickoff, 6:30 on the First Fidelity Bank pregame show. The Rochester Rhinos come to town. This is the first of 6 straight home games for the Energy. As we've been on the road for much of the first half of the season. Finally glad to be home for a while. Here is Sacramento now with possession after the goal kick. And finally stolen, and they're going to play on. It was a foul, but they're going to play on, and Vion has it taken away at midfield, but Lopez right there gets it to the near side, and the Energy with a chance. They have the ball in the box. Here's a cross to the top to Wyatt. Wyatt off of his foot, and he kicked it out for a goal kick. Boy, he tried to change possessions or directions.
Yeah.
And it just went too hard off his foot. It'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, his first touch just took it away from him and it ran over the line. But a bit unlucky there. Should have probably done a little bit more, done better.
Long goal kick. Yeah, long goal kick headed up by Kyle Miller. Ball is still up into the air. Michael Thomas giving chase and takes it away from Guzman. Over to Peebo. Peebo looking for Stephen Perry. Perry with possession now. And he is one-on-one. Looking for someone to pass to. He gets it over to David Lichty. Outside the box, he takes the shot, and it goes wide right.
That's what I like about Lichty. He don't mind having a shot. Anything he sees the goal, he'll have a shot.
His 10th shot of the season in limited action. I say he started a couple games so far. Comes off the bench after starting last Friday in Wilmington and was banged up and was not in the lineup, not in uniform Saturday in Charlotte, but he has since recovered from kind of hyperextending his knee.
Yeah.
But he says he's back to 100%. What a week off will do for you, right, Mo?
That's right, yeah. And I don't think the lads will say they're right unless they are.
Here is a ball into the box and a whistle and a foul. And John Kempen is going to be fouled as he tried to punch it out. And as he punched it out, one of the Sacramento players ran into him. No argument there as Adam John says, okay, I did hit him, and so he accepts the call, and it'll be a free kick for the Energy. So Kempen will drive it out here to restart. Ball hangs up into the wind. Bounces over a couple players. Finally, Sacramento comes out, and Michael Thomas with a nice tackle. Abraham Vion along the touchline will slow it up. Now he moves back down the touchline, still down the touchline, gets past Guzman, into the box and knocked away, but here is Lichty. Lichty to Vion, and Vion is tripped, and a foul is going to be called, and that's going to bring out another yellow card. It is going to be on Daly. Daly picks up his first yellow. Third yellow issued to Sacramento tonight. Fourth yellow overall, and so the Energy will have a free kick just beyond the arc from about 20 yards, or actually about 25 yards away.
Referee's calling them back, they're not even. Come on, lads, move.
It'll be David Lichty and Michael Thomas on the ball for the Energy.
Look,
5 in the wall for Sacramento.
I can't believe the referee's allowing him to move. Look at that.
Here's the shot, and is cleared by the keeper as he knocks it away. Nice shot by Michael Thomas. It'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma City.
Can the, tell me this, Jack, can the player who's taking the free kick say, could I have 10 yards, please, ref? And if the ref says it is 10 yards and he says, no, it's not, could he ask him to pace it out?
No.
Why not?
Referees won't give you that.
Well, everyone does it in the Premier Division.
Well, over here, referees are not taught that.
Well.
If you say it's 10, I'm going to have you play. That's just me. So, I mean, that's a good question, but if most of the time in the States they want you to mark it off by sight at this level, and so if you say it's 10 yards, let's go ahead and play. Put it in play.
Well, this referee has done very well. He's paced every time he's paced it. But then the guy who's taking the ball, whether it's us or them, they move the ball forward, and the wall moves forward. So it's, you know, we've moved 2 yards forward, and they've moved 2 yards forward. Instead of it being 10 now, it's 6.
Yeah, and that's basically a referee's management of the wall. And tonight, it hasn't been great management. I'll tell you that. As also a certified assessor, it hasn't been great management. But again, it's happening on both sides.
Yeah, sure.
So.
Yeah, that's the one good thing, isn't it? It's he's doing it on both sides. So.
Jack Avisayon will come into the game for Sacramento as they make another sub. And he replaces. So they're getting their players off who are sitting on yellow cards.
Yeah.
So the Energy on the throw-in. Have possession. David Lichty now in the middle of the field looking for his teammate, Stephen Perry, and could not find him. Kind of shrugs his shoulders as he knew he had made a bad pass because Perry was open. And so here's the throw-in for Sacramento. And it's off of Braun as it came back to him, and Justin a little upset at that one. So Kyle Miller will throw it in. Comes in to Paul Wyatt. Wyatt going across the field to Abraham Vion. Not a bad pass there, but the wind kind of held it up, and there's Delbridge. And Delbridge has it for Sacramento. Being defended by Vion. And here's a long pass up for Sacramento. And Evans right there. Guzman, though, quickly gets it back in. Here is Evans on a dangerous play. Sacramento trying to gain possession, and Kempen will just have to clear it out. Guvesian was right there. Here is Justin Braun now. Lichty grabs him around the waist. No calls. The referee plays on. Lopez, middle of the field, cleared by Michael Thomas. And Vion has possession. No foul call to play on here. Slide tackle by the Energy's Lopez, and they have it now. David Lichty with it. Looking for Vion across midfield, and he has it taken away by Lopez. Boy, yeah, and there's going to have to be a whistle, and those two really going after each other.
Yeah, they're both giving each other stick. Pair of them.
And they want a new ball.
So they got 3.
So Sacramento will have it. Rodrigo Lopez will put it back into the play. Vukovic now, and he'll go to the far side as we play in the 78th minute. 1-0, the Energy with the lead, and here's a long shot from about 50 yards away.
That's out on the road.
That's out on I-44.
Yeah, that's halfway down the motorway now to Tulsa.
So it'll be a goal kick for Oklahoma City. Kempen puts it back into play. Nice goal kick against the wind. And Michael Thomas is hit from behind, and they're going to play on. So here's the Energy now with possession. Garrett clears it to Stephen Perry.
That's a good header.
Up to Paul Wyatt. Over to Vion, just outside the box, left side of the field. Vion looking in to Wyatt. Wyatt along the left side, shoots it, and it's wide left. He had a tough angle that time.
Yeah, it was a great ball by Ava that put him on, but I think he should have at least hit the target.
Goal kick for Sacramento. They quickly get it back into play, and now you're going to see Sacramento push it probably a little bit with about 10 minutes left to play, Mo.
Yeah, they're going to have to go for it if they want to get a result.
Playing a man down. 11-10 since the 31st minute of the first half. Sacramento with it in the box, cleared by the Energy. The Energy just can't sit play defense the rest of the way, though, Mo. They got to have some attack. Here is Lopez, Mikey with it.
Into the corners, yeah.
Yeah, and he plays it all the way up, and Delbridge quickly back to get it for Sacramento.
I mean, to be fair, Sacramento have had probably more of the half than we have, with 10 men. You know, we've sat back thinking, all right, well, they won't score as long as we stay cold side, but it's a bit of a dodgy game, that.
Here's the pass up by the keeper and headed out by the Energy's Thomas. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in on the far side for Sacramento, who have moved about 3 or 4 guys up to the top, including Uvician. Thomas with a slide tackle clear up to Abraham. Abraham with a turn and a whistle and a foul as Abraham goes down. He was fouled, I believe. He was fouled by Clementa. Clementa had a great first half, but we haven't called his name much in the second half.
Yeah, we saw him play and he had an awful game. He's played very well this game, but we haven't seen much of him for the second half.
Peebo puts it back into the play for the Energy. Nice head by Lichty into Stephen Perry in the box. Perry back to Lichty. Lichty back to Perry. He crosses it. It is a goal!
Yes. Good play. Good
Michael
play.
Thomas with the goal for the Energy, his second of the year and second in as many home games for Oklahoma City. And it comes in the 81st minute to give the Energy a 2-0 lead with under 10 minutes to play.
What's most important now, Jack, is that for the next 5 minutes, we don't give anything silly away. Players always let goals in 5 minutes after people have scored.
Stephen Perry's second assist of the season. What a beautiful one it was, right across the top of the 6. And Michael Thomas set on the back post. Here's Abraham beyond after the restart. He is pushed from behind. They're going to play on. Here's Stephen Perry. Perry has it taken away from behind. And Sacramento with the attack now as they will slow it up and come out defensively. Energy had a great chance there. They had the numbers.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, they did well really, Sacramento, get that goal side on them.
Here comes Adam John, and John can't catch up to it as Evans will send it out of the park as well, and that ball may have made I-44. Sacramento with it back, and the throw-in comes back into Uvecian, and he can't catch up to it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be an Energy throw-in here in the 83rd minute. This has been somewhat of a quick half, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has gone fast.
Throw-in comes in. Sacramento with it, just outside the box. Lopez now has it for Oklahoma City, and he clears it. It comes up to Abraham beyond, and a whistle and a foul on Abe as he pushed from behind. And if not, he would have had a one-on-one with Delbridge. That would have been an interesting play, but a foul on Abraham.
He's going to have to be a little bit careful, Abraham, because he's
working
done
on PI,
he's done a couple of little pushes, and I'm sure the referee's taken that on note.
And on the restart, too strong of a kick, and it sails off the goal line. It'll be a goal kick for the Energy. Walker Companies, located in the heart of downtown Oklahoma City, is a proud partner of OKC Energy FC. Head to 121 Northwest 6th Street or visit walkercompanies.com for all your large format digital printing and promotional marketing needs. And Kempen's goal kick really hangs up in the air.
Hanging up in the air.
Boy, that was ugly.
Yeah.
And here is Sacramento with it. They come down with it. Lopez to Guzman. Guzman looking for John.
That's good.
Yeah, John not there, and it is too hard, and it's another goal kick for the Energy here in the 84th minute.
Obviously, we're losing effect of how heavy the wind is blowing, but from the way John's kicking the ball, it's fairly brisk. I would think that the fullback should come back onto the edge of the box and maybe pull on the side. 2 fullbacks. Get the 2 fullbacks wide out here.
So here is Kempen with the goal kick. This one is better as it sails across midfield. And Stephen Perry comes back to get it. And Paul Wyatt is fouled. And now they're going to play on. Paul Wyatt back up. Over to Kyle Miller, and Miller's pass is stolen by Sacramento, but it's taken right back by the Energy. And along the touchline goes off of a maroon. Uvecian. And out of bounds, and now a yellow card is going to be issued. And it's going to be issued, I believe, on Stephen Evans of Sacramento. Boy, their 4th yellow card of the game, and I'm not sure what that one was for.
I think he's saying that he went up with his foot up. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't think it was a good call, though. I mean, I don't think anyone thought anything of it, to be honest.
No, I don't think anyone was asking for it. Or,
no.
Yeah. So here we go with the restart. Sacramento has it. Guzman looking, and he will pass it back. Now it comes to Lopez. bottom of the circle. Lopez changes directions. It comes near side to Evans. And now comes all the way over to Vukovic on the near touchline. Here's a long pass up. Evans with a header. Can the Energy get it before it goes out of bounds? No, they cannot. It'll be a throw-in. Lopez better watch out or else he's going to get a yellow here, delay of game, if he doesn't give it to Sacramento. And now here we go. Justin Braun comes back to get it for Republic. Switches directions and comes back to the near side. Has no one to pass to. And finally to Evans. And now to Lopez. Uvasayan make that. Here is Braun. Braun top of the box and a foul, and a whistle is going to be called as there's a collision just at the top of the box. And I believe that's going to be Braun and Mark Howard. And Howard is hurt. And the yellow card is going to come out, and Mark Howard is going to get a yellow card once he gets up off the turf.
Justin Braun always looks dangerous when he's running out of the middle of the park and running at defenders. He does love to go at them, and it commits defenders to tackle him and put in bad tackles. But I think Mark took that one there for the team. I'd have him off now and put Sip on. He looks like he's struggling.
And he has picked up his second yellow card of the season as he fouled Justin Braun. This is going to be a foot outside the top of the 18, right in the middle of the field. Well, Mo, on this one, they can't move the ball too much forward. It's got to be outside the box. So the referee will set the wall just outside the 6 a couple of yards. Lopez to take the free kick for Sacramento, and it is off of an Energy player. Kick back in and ricocheted again off of an Energy player.
That's okay, though.
It'll be a corner kick for Sacramento. I believe this is their 4th of the half.
I like the way the two lads went out there when they were thought they were going to take a short one. That's good stuff.
It's driven in there, headed out by the Energy. It is up into the air. Paul Wyatt, nice defensive header.
Yeah, great header by Paul there.
And Kyle Miller heads it out for a throw-in.
That's
88 minutes, sorry.
Yeah,
Mo.
that's where you got to put your body in the line, and I think Paul did there. He stuck his head in when someone's foot could have gone in.
Long throw by Stephen Evans. And the Energy do a nice job at clearing. Just get it out of there. And David Lichty's pass is stolen back by Sacramento, but now Lichty gets it back and just clears it down the field. Smart move by Lichty there. His first pass, not a good one. And here is Jakubek. Headed in, cleared out by the Energy. Headed back in, though, by Sacramento. And Evans with a nice header up to midfield. Chested down by Stephen Perry. Now Paul Wyatt brings it across midfield. Sacramento has the numbers back. Wyatt goes far side to Abraham Vion. They will now slow it up. Wouldn't be surprised if they take it to the corner. Thomas now to Wyatt. Plays it back to Peebo. And Peebo's pass up to Abraham Vion, who controls it on the far touchline. Has nowhere to go. Still double teamed, and finally the ball is taken away by Sacramento, and it goes out of bounds off of Sacramento, and it will be a throw-in. Actually, they're going to change it. It'll be a Sacramento throw-in. '89th minute here in Oklahoma City. 2-0 Energy with the lead, looking for their second consecutive home victory. It'll be 3 minutes of stoppage time. We have more stoppage time in this half, Mo, than we did the first, and there's less stoppages.
Yeah, I don't see where the 3 minutes came from. This is dangerous.
Throw-in comes in, taken away by Sacramento, or by the Energy. Here is Stephen Perry, one-on-one, working against Delbridge. Over to David Lichty, top of the box. Lichty back to Perry, and it's cleared by Sacramento. Lichty still has it, though. Top of the arc. David looking long, far side. Energy with it. Who is that? Vion? And Vion's pass is knocked up into the air, and the keeper right there to haul it in here in the 90th minute. 4 minutes of stoppage time, all right. Wow. Okay. Kyle Miller with it. Up to Lichty, near touchline, and Lichty will just clear it down the field. It'll stay in bounds. The wind will hold it up. And the keeper over, Jakubek. And Jakubek will throw it out to the near side to Vukovic. Driven up the field and past everyone. Braun right there, and It went right past him, and Kempen will play it off his chest and allow Braun to come in and challenge him. And so we will have 4 minutes of stoppage time.
Play it, John.
And so here Kempen plays it out, and it's off the side of his foot out of bounds. And now we are officially in stoppage time here. 2-0 our score. Energy with the lead. Looking for their 4th victory of the season, 2nd consecutive at home. Braun, nice play there to bring it down off his foot, but has it stolen by Michael Thomas. Up to David Lichty near side. Lichty looking into the middle to Stephen Perry. Perry, far side now to Abraham Vion all by himself.
Pivo's going around the back.
And the ball goes down the wing to Pivo. Actually, there's Paul Wyatt there, and he will take it to the corner. Being guarded by Guzman, and Guzman kicks it out. It'll be a throw-in for the Energy here in the 2nd minute of stoppage time. This would be a big win here at Mo against a very good squad.
Yeah, this is a super win. Super win, irrespective of whether a man got sent off or not. That's their fault. But this is a great result for them.
Ball comes in. Pivo steals it along the far touchline. Still has it. Abraham Vion takes it down to the corner. Double team down there in the corner, and Guzman with a slide tackle to clear it out of bounds. It'll be another Energy throw-in. 4,010 fans here tonight, a sellout crowd here in Oklahoma City. And here is another foul throw-in. Seriously? Wow. Okay. So the Energy have a foul throw-in, and Sacramento will get it in. And they head it out. It'll be another Sacramento throw-in as they work it down the field along the far touchline. Throw-in comes to midfield. Pivo with a header. Ball is up into the air, and 2 players hit each other. No whistle, though, as they're going to play on. Sacramento with it. Offensive third. Here's a long shot, and knocked out by Miller. It'll be a throw-in for Sacramento. Stephen Evans now with it for Sacramento along the left, just outside the box. Being double teamed, and it's off his foot. It should be an Energy throw-in, and it is. Our man of the match tonight is Ada Jujeri for his 2nd goal of the game. Played tremendous soccer here tonight. He will be with our Jim Byers, as well as will Jimmy Nilsson at the conclusion of this game. Stephen Evans with it. Final minute of stoppage time here coming up. Ball's played back to Kempen, so the Energy will win their 4th match of the season as Kempen takes it all the way back to the goal line, waits for Braun to come in to challenge, and finally picks it up and will run up to the top of the 18 to clear it. And boots it out of there. The ball held up into the wind. David Lichty right there, along with Lopez. Both of them kind of hit heads, but Lichty comes out of there with the worst of it. Kyle Miller will just clear it up to the field as we are finally in the final minute of the game here tonight. Ball still into play along the touchline here just in front of us. Wyatt with it. Double team. Finally has it taken away. And here's Sacramento. Lopez with it. Long pass up, and Howard takes it from the chest and traps it down to Michael Thomas. Thomas has it taken away by Guzman. Up to Braun. Nice pass by Justin Braun. Up to Uvesian. Uvesian trying to work around Wyatt. Now finally to Vukovic, and here is a long drive into the box. Kempen knocks it out. Nice play by John. Ball along the near touchline, and it's out of bounds off of Beyond. It'll be a throw-in for Sacramento, and we're just seconds away from victory number 4 for Energy FC here tonight. Uvesian to the near side. And Sacramento keeps it from going out, but Kyle Miller knocks it out, and this should do it. One final chance for Sacramento as Evans will throw it in. Long throw in to the top of the 6, and Kempen will let it go across the goal line, and that should probably wrap it up here tonight.
We played 4. How long was it? That's 4.5 minutes extra.
We're about 4.5 in, yeah. I think once the goal kick occurs, that will be it. 2-0 Oklahoma City with the lead, and there is the final whistle.
Could be.
Energy FC win their 2nd consecutive home contest tonight over a very tough and very good Sacramento Republic team here by a score of 2-0. And Mo, you can't say much for the first half. It was an ugly first half, but it was good soccer by both clubs in the second half.
Yeah, first 20 minutes was sort of like they were sounding each other out and feeling each other out, but then it all took off around about 35 minutes, and then I think Sacramento just lost it for that last 10 or 15 minutes of the half, and then in the second half they came back into it, and they looked dangerous for the first 15-20 minutes. So yeah, it was a good game and a great result for us. Great result. I mean, because people are going to look tomorrow, and it's not going to be what happened. It's going to be 2-0. So I'm very pleased.
Otto Jujeri with his second goal of the game. He will be with our Jim Byers here coming up in just a bit. And Michael Thomas with his second goal of the game. And comments about Otto, because I thought he played a great game tonight.
Yeah, I thought Otto was he's very, very deceptive. He's tall, he's gangly. You know, and tonight I thought for the first time he was winning balls in the air, which, you know, normally he's 6'3" and he jumps and he's 6'1".
Yeah.
But tonight he was getting up and reaching balls. He was done very well.
And another accolade I would give to John Kemp, and I thought he played great in the net tonight.
Yeah, he did. He pulled off a couple of great saves. Very brave when he went down. With all that commotion, he went down at people's feet, and you know that's the sign of a good goalkeeper, and John is.
All right, we will take our timeout here, post-game timeout. Come back hopefully with Otto and Jimmy Nilsson as the Energy win it here tonight over Sacramento Republic by a score of 2-0. You're listening to Energy FC Soccer on 96.1 KXY.
What could you do with more energy, more strength, more help? Mercy can help you do more of what you love. Go to mercy.net/performance to learn how. Mercy, proud sponsor, Energy FC.
Are you in the club? Get rewarded when you're in Club Kickapoo. It's your all-access pass to the best rewards in Oklahoma at Kickapoo Casino. Join right now and get a free $20 kickback with $5 in play. You'll earn entries every time you eat, drink, or play. Get discounts at the Red Fork Restaurant, drinks at the Eagle Rock Lounge,